Hello, good evening. My name is Kelly Valerius. I'm going to be doing a presentation on leadership, and my main ideas behind it is shattering obstacles and promoting change. So, before we get into those changes, we're going to talk about leadership styles. And there's a couple different leadership styles. There's the visionary, which means come with me, the democratic, which means what do you think, the affiliative, which means people come first, the coaching, which is try this, pace setting, do as I do now, and commanding, do what I tell you. Okay, and then there's also transactional leadership, and leaders influence followers via behavioral transactions, such as providing resources, rewards, and punishments. And then there's transformational leadership. And in transformational leadership, there's the 4 I's. So there's the idealized influence, which is everyday actions modeling the core values of the team. There's the inspirational motivation, which is where the coach or coaches energizes the team goals and vision. The intellectual stimulation, which is the coach inspires creativity and challenges the status quo. And then there's the individual consideration, which is the coach validates and supports individual athletes. And then finally, there's the servant leadership, which the leader exists to serve just the people. What have I learned about myself as a leader and who I am? In my leadership style, I'm visionary, affiliative, transformational, and a servant leader. And I try to teach those things to my athletes as well. And I want them to be that kind of leader in their life as well. And then the foundation behind who I am and what I want my team to be. My mission is to inspire a caring team of highly competitive athletes who strive for excellence in a safe environment for all involved. And some of my goals that I have for my team is to increase participation. I want to continue to grow our captain's council. I want to teach my athletes, my female athletes especially, how to be gritty and to be determined. And then most importantly, I just want them to have fun. With my communication, how do I get communication out to my team? Team meetings are a big thing for me. Every week we have a team meeting on Mondays. And then Captain's Council, I send out text messages to my captains who pass it on to their captains' teams. So providing opportunities to promote leadership, motivation, and mental training, a huge part of that is within our Captain's Council. And one of the huge things in our Captain's Council is learning about servant leadership and how you have to serve your people, because that's how, when they want to follow you, is when you're doing it with them. And if you're just telling them to do it, they're not going to want to do it as much. So we learn about how to be a better leader, how to motivate our teammates, especially in times where there's a lot of things going on that's not helping. And then some mental training involved too. And that's not just with Captain's Council. Our mental training happens with our athletes as well. One of the things that we did really well this year is using guided imagery. So closing your mind and imagining what's going to happen. Something that I want to implement and get better at is teaching them how to use breathing techniques. That's not something that I've taught yet, but something I'm excited to teach for next year. And then peak performance and coping skills. What can we do to help? Like I already said, we do that guided imagery pretty well, but we haven't implemented the guided or the breathing techniques. So that's something that I'm really looking forward to implementing for next year. Thanks for listening.